This week in NBA history, January 18th to January 24th.
Elbow jumper, Kemba Walker rattles around and finds a home.
On January 18th, 2016, Kemba Walker had the greatest scoring night in Hornets history. Facing the Jazz, Kemba Walker caught fire, scoring 52 points in a thrilling 124-119 win. It was a career high and a Charlotte Hornets franchise record, putting Kemba in elite company. Shot after shot, defender after defender, nothing could slow him down. In a season filled with stars, this was a night Kemba proved he could take over an NBA game all by himself. January 18th, 2016, the night Kemba Walker made Hornets history.
51 points for Kemba Walker. Highest scoring game in the history of the franchise.
Michael taking off, the patented tongue comes out. Just in front of that line. Look at this.
On January 19th, 2000, Michael Jordan returned to the NBA, but this time not in uniform. After retiring just 1 year earlier, Jordan officially re-entered the league as president of basketball operations and part owner of the Washington Wizards. It marked a shocking new chapter for the six-time champion, now calling the shots from the front office instead of the hardwood. Jordan took control of roster decisions, draft strategy, and the future of the franchise, instantly changing the direction of the Wizards. At the time, no one knew this move would eventually lead to something even bigger. Just 2 years later, Michael Jordan would do the impossible and come back as a player.
Another 30-point game for Joel Embiid.
On January 20th, 2022, Joel Embiid did something almost no one in NBA history has ever done. Facing the Orlando Magic, Embiid went nuclear, scoring 50 points in just 27 minutes. The 76ers center dominated from start to finish, shooting efficiently, drawing fouls, and overwhelming every defender thrown at him. By the time the third quarter ended, the damage was done. Embiid finished with 50 points and 12 rebounds, sitting out the fourth because the game was already decided. It became one of the fastest and most efficient 50-point games the league has ever seen. January 20th, 2022, the night Joel Embiid made scoring look effortless.
Embiid sees it for three. Absolutely unguardable.
What a play! An assist from Kidd.
On January 21st, 2002, Jason Kidd reached a milestone only elite playmakers ever touch. Playing for the New Jersey Nets, Kidd recorded his 5,000th career assist, becoming one of the fastest players in NBA history to reach the mark. Known for his court vision and unselfish style, Kidd controlled the game without needing to score. He finished the night with 15 assists, constantly putting teammates in perfect positions to score. At a time when scoring guards dominated headlines, this moment reminded fans that greatness can come from making everyone else better. January 21st, 2002, the night Jason Kidd cemented his legacy as one of the NBA's greatest point guards.
Jason Kidd with assist number 7.
Pushing the ball in transition. I can't even begin to describe that play. And then finding RJ running the floor, trusting his point guard.
Kobe's got the Laker record.
On January 22nd, 2006, Kobe Bryant did something only one man in NBA history has ever topped. Facing the Toronto Raptors, Kobe caught fire, scoring an unbelievable 81 points for the Los Angeles Lakers. Shot after shot, defender after defender, nothing could slow him down. Kobe finished the night shooting efficiently from everywhere on the floor, leading the Lakers to a 122-104 comeback win. It became the second highest scoring game in NBA history, trailing only Wilt Chamberlain's 100. More than just points, this performance defined Kobe's legendary mentality. January 22nd, 2006, the night Kobe Bryant became immortal.
This one would be to tie Wilt for number 2, and the next one would be to pass. For the night, at least. Bryant for 80. This would be 18 for 20 from the line, and an 81-point game. 55 in the second half. Ladies and gentlemen, you have witnessed the second greatest scoring performance in NBA history.
And Clay, 8 for 8.
On January 23rd, 2015, Klay Thompson entered a different universe. In a game against the Sacramento Kings, Klay Thompson exploded for 37 points in a single quarter, the most ever in NBA history. He went a perfect 13 and 13 from the field and 9 from 3, missing nothing. Every touch turned into points, and the crowd watched history unfold in real time. The Warriors blew the game open, and Klay walked off with one of the most untouchable records the league has ever seen. January 23rd, 2015, the greatest shooting quarter the NBA has ever witnessed.
If you're wondering what the NBA record is for most points in a quarter, you just watched it. From half court, Carmelo Anthony knocks it down.
On January 24th, 2014, Madison Square Garden witnessed a scoring masterpiece. New York Knicks star Carmelo Anthony went absolutely nuclear, pouring in 62 points against the Charlotte Bobcats. Shot after shot, Melo dominated from all three levels, overwhelming defenders and electrifying the Garden crowd. The Knicks cruised to a 125-96 win, and Melo set a new Knicks franchise record for points in a single game. It was the highest scoring performance in Madison Square Garden history at the time, a night that defined Melo's prime. January 24th, 2014, the night Carmelo Anthony owned the Garden.
Shot is good! Carmelo Anthony with the greatest scoring game in Knicks history. He's got 62.
They're going to bring him out now so he can feel the crowd, the love of the crowd for Melo.
The highest scoring game ever here at the Garden.
Sarap pagka-ride.